protester. Look at those cameras, those bloodsuckers.
Have people say, like this sleazy guy right over here from ABC. He's a sleaze in my book. You're a sleaze because you know the facts, and you know the facts well. Go ahead.
And they'd say no. And we'd say, well, we'd like to have this. No. Oh, okay. How about this? No. Okay, we agree.
You know what he is? He's a Facebook, Twitter junkie. This guy. That was the first time I've seen him look up in 7 months. He's always looking down.
You know, General Patton didn't sit on television and say, let's see, on July 16th, we're going to attack ISIS from behind. Were they going to knock out a battalion over here, and we're going to drop so many bombs at this quadrant, and we're going to get, here's my plan.
I'm running against the current United States Senator, and it's winner take all. What was that? Did somebody throw a hat? No, there's only a microphone. I thought somebody threw something at me. I was saying, is that Jeb?
Why didn't you do it a little earlier, you dope?
I've been on the cover of Time magazine so many times. And the cover of everything. I feel like a supermodel, except like times 10. Okay? It's true. I'm a supermodel. I'm on the cover of these magazines.
We're not going to cut you up and chop you up into pieces. We're going to save it.
Okay.
That's all right. Leave her. Let her stay. That's all right. She's got a little Bernie sign up. You know, it was given to her. Did Bernie give it to you himself?
We have no idea what's going to happen on the Democrat side, but they're certainly having difficulty. I don't like to see people having difficulty, but anybody has to have it. Let it be them.
They had, you know, this wild man, right? Wild child in North Korea.
You know, I tell you, you have the nicest protesters in Maine. Did you see that? That guy... I just said, get out. And he said, yes, sir. And he left.
He's doing nuclear. We're not doing anything. Our nuclear is old and tired, and his nuclear is tippy-top from what I hear.
And I watched President Obama today, and he was more angry at me than he was at the shooter. And many people said that.
No, I mean, it's a whole different thing. The Trump train. The Trump train. That was right. Who said that? Who said that? Somebody over there said, we got the Trump train. That's a very good, hey, I would have never thought of that one. I like.
And Romney was sitting at home not doing anything. What the hell happened? I asked my people, what happened to him? Where is he? Oh, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to win. I said, get on television.
You saw what one sleazebag can do. One sleazebag over the weekend, what he did.
The people who rigged the system for their benefit will do anything and say anything to keep things exactly the way they are.
And when I was running and being, knocking out one after another. Since President Obama became president, hello. Thank you.
I'd love to pull it out and just use it on lying, crooked Hillary.
We are going, you know, I was against the war in Iraq, and I was against it from the beginning. You know, they like to say, well, you know, in 2003, we're going to own right now, can you believe this? $20 trillion.
We should have a law that when you're running for president, you're not allowed to use a teleprompter because you end up getting some stiff that just reads his speech. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. It is wonderful to be in Albuquerque.
And Hillary Clinton, through her incompetence, directly and indirectly created ISIS. And now she wants to get rid of it. She says, yes, we will fight ISIS. She's the one that created it. With stupidity. With stupid policy.
We have military bases where we actually pay rent. We're paying rent. We're paying rent. To protect other people, we're paying rent. Okay, think of it. Just think of it. Go home and think about it.
Trade expansion. Huh? Trade expansion for who?
And Bill Clinton signed NAFTA. Remember that. That was his baby. When Carrier and Ford and Nabisco leaving Chicago with their big plant, they're moving to Mexico. I'm not eating Oreos anymore. You know that. But neither is Chris. You're not eating Oreos anymore. No more Oreos for either of us, Chris. Don't feel bad for either of us.
I think he's friend. Are you friend or foe? Huh? I think he's friend.
I watched Hillary's thing today, which was hard. It's like taking Sominex. To watch her is like Sominex. You ever hear of Sominex? sleep all night. Jeb was in Europe and he was talking about me. He didn't think that in Europe I'd get the word back, but he was talking bad on television about me. I'm not going to, why should I be particularly nice to that person? I'm not going to go after her like I would Hillary or Crazy Bernie. And by the way, I just said, the Mexican people are great. They're going to vote for me like crazy.
It's your fault? Is it your fault or is it your government's fault? It's your government's fault. 20 years ago, it was bang but slowly. 10 years ago, it was long prison. Today, they're probably talking about nothing.
I think if they ever saw me sitting in their living room, they'd lose total respect for me, right? They'd say, what? I got Trump in my living room. This is weird.
Because that was a tough question on Israel. That was nasty. Whoa. Are we all for Israel, right? Man. The number of unemployed people in Albuquerque has nearly doubled. Come on, folks. What's wrong with this? We will never pay for the F-bomb wall. I said, oh, the poor guy, he's going to get killed tomorrow in the papers. Nobody mentioned it.
So we're going to win what? We got to win.
Except what happened, right? Maybe it was Bobby. Hey, I don't use the teleprompters. I
have such great I don't want his endorsement. Just, Ted, stay home, relax, enjoy yourself.
They will say the greatest achievement of Hillary Clinton was getting out of this problem with emails. Nobody could have gotten. Houdini couldn't have gotten out.
Wait till after the convention. Don't bother. I don't want to do that. I'm sitting home. I'm listening to lies being told about me by this dishonest media because, believe me, they are so dishonest. You want a job? I'll give you 10% less.
Anything Obama wants, she's going forward with because you know why? She doesn't want to go to jail. That's why, folks. That's why.